Boosting testosterone levels. In today's day and age, a lot more men struggle with having low testosterone. It's at the lowest that it's ever been before. In today's day and age, the average level for testosterone for males is 670. There's some unproven studies online that say that the average male testosterone 100 years ago was 2,000. I understand that's unproven studies, but looking at this YouTube video of high schoolers in gym class 60 years ago, just by taking a look at this video from high school in the 1960s, you can see that all of these men look a lot better than all the kids in today's time. All these kids look like they lift on the daily, they look like they're eating super healthy, and they look like they're putting in a lot of work for their bodies. But McDonald's is still a thing in the 1960s, and so was Wendy's, Arby's, and all the fast food restaurants. Chances are a lot of the kids are probably not meal prepping, yet look at how their bodies are still looking in that video. Did I mention that scientists found plastic in human blood for the very first time ever this month? What do you think plastic in your blood is going to do to your body? It's going to lower your testosterone. It's going to mess up all of your organs. Did they have plastic in the 1960s? We have a lot more plastic now than we did 60 years ago. So I'm not surprised that scientists found plastic in human blood for the first time ever. That's why I recycled all my plastics. I threw them all out. And that leads us on to our very first tip for boosting your testosterone levels is quitting plastic. And I switched over to glass containers. There's two kinds of plastics. There's soft plastic and there's hard plastic. Quit all plastics. Quit soft plastic and quit hard plastic. You're gonna wanna quit both of those because plastic's bad for you no matter what. Whether it's BPA free or not, it's still gonna be bad for you. Soft plastic is gonna be like the water bottles that you can squeeze and it can move around and stuff. Hard plastic is gonna be the Tupperware kind of stuff, the plastic that's a little bit harder to bend, but it's still plastic. It's not gonna snap easily or break, but you're gonna be able to keep it for a long time. That's what hard plastic is. Most importantly though, you should be quitting soft plastics. That includes water bottles. If you leave your water bottle out in the car on a hot sunny day, you're gonna come to it the very next day. There's gonna be little particles floating in that water bottle, and that's just all the plastic, and then you're just gonna be drinking it right down the hatch. Now, even if you are drinking water bottles and you're not putting them in your hot car and you're drinking them, you still gotta think, when they're manufacturing those water bottles, they put those water bottles outside and then they load them into a truck. And sometimes those water bottles sit outside for a while. So you're already getting plastic exposed into your water before you even touch that water bottle. And in those cases of water, that's gonna be sitting in the hot truck for a couple days. And that's already gonna build up a lot of soft plastics that are just gonna be floating around in your water. How does all that plastic get in our water anyways? Well, we make the plastic, it gets polluted, and then what happens to the water that's in the ocean? Some of it gets evaporated. What happens when water gets evaporated? It turns into rain. Sometimes it becomes acid rain. Scientists discovered that plastic is actually in rain, and all those fruits and vegetables that you eat, it probably got rained on by rain that's got microplastics in it. So good luck avoiding plastics at all cost. Hard plastics, let's say that you're eating out of containers, which even I'm guilty of doing. When you put that hard plastic in the microwave and heat up your food, you're also going to be heating up microplastics in that hard plastic. That hard plastic is going to kind of smoke and kind of heat up, and it's going to kind of get in your food because it's plastic. And what does plastic do? Plastic melts. No matter how hard that plastic is, a little bit of it's going to melt and a little bit of it's going to get in your food. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to eat it. There's a couple things that you can do to avoid plastics. You can stop drinking out of plastic water bottles. You can start eating out of glass containers and ceramic plates and bowls. You can take herbal supplements to help boost your testosterone. You can change up your diet a little bit. But if you're gonna do all of that, you might as well go see your doctor first. If you have low testosterone levels, see your doctor, try to figure out what the issue is, because you may have some kind of underlying condition. Why do you want to boost your testosterone levels anyways? What is that gonna do to your body if you boost your testosterone levels up? How is that gonna affect muscle growth? Low testosterone will affect your ability to recover quicker. Joint recovery will be longer. It'll affect your joint recovery. It'll affect your muscle recovery. It'll make your energy drop. You won't feel as motivated to work out. You might even be depressed. And for some of us, we just want to be natural. We want to be natty. We don't want to hop on TRT. We don't want to affect our relationship with our friends or families or boyfriends or girlfriends for hopping on TRT, even if we're eligible in doing so. Some people might be wondering, well, your levels are so low anyways, why do you care? This is possible for people to boost their testosterone levels back up naturally without having to hop on TRT. Since my testosterone levels are so low, it's a lot harder for me to mobilize and strengthen all of my weak joints and ligaments. There's a lot of success stories of natty people boosting their testosterones naturally. Pros and cons for hopping on TRT. The pros to hopping on TRT is that it's going to boost your testosterone and you don't really need to get to the bottom of any issue. You just get your TRT and you're good to go. You don't need to worry about anything else. And the cons to this is it's like $100 a month. You're stabbing yourself with a needle once a week. What if you don't like needles? It completely wipes out your natural testosterone levels. So essentially that means that you're gonna have to hop on TRT for the rest of your life. You're gonna have to spend $100 a month for the rest of your life. It can cause issues with your family, your friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, loved ones. If anybody in your family or any of your friends are just completely against TRT, then that's gonna be a problem because they're your friend, they're your family, they're a loved one, and they don't like the idea of you hopping on TRT at all. So that might cause some tension between you and that other person. I recommend you don't take it, but if you want. The truth about testosterone is it'll never be the same as it was 60 years ago, but it's still very possible to keep your testosterone levels high enough to actually gain muscle. But in today's day and age, testosterone levels are getting much lower due to plastics.